Apparently, living in a three-generation house means everyone has an opinion. My dad believed if something broke, you bought a new one. My father-in-law believed real craftsmen only used expensive tools. My wife believed the garage was supposed to fit a car. And my grandma? She believed I was one failed project away from burning the whole neighborhood down. Every single dinner ended the same way. Are you ever going to throw that junk away? I'd look at the pile of warped boards in the corner and say, not yet. The entire table would sigh in perfect harmony. Honestly, it sounded like they were rehearsing. One Saturday morning, my father-in-law finally snapped. Are you telling me that pile of leftovers is going to become a drill press? He didn't even try to hide the laugh. Neither did anyone else. Fair enough, looking at that pile, it was hard to argue with them. But once people decide you can't do something, part of you starts wondering if they're actually right. So I made a deal. Give me 1 weekend. If this doesn't work, I'll haul every piece of scrap wood to the dump myself. Silence. My wife raised an eyebrow. My dad smiled the kind of smile fathers save for moments they're absolutely convinced they're about to be proven right. Suddenly, this wasn't about building a homemade drill press anymore. It was about surviving family group chats for the next 10 years. The challenge looked impossible. Nothing matched, nothing was perfectly straight. Half the hardware came from projects I'd already failed at. Every piece carried a little reminder that confidence alone doesn't build machines. One adjustment fixed the alignment, only to reveal another problem I hadn't noticed. A support felt solid, until it didn't. One tiny improvement made everything else look worse. Funny how DIY works. The closer you get to success, the more flaws you discover. Somewhere in the middle of the build, something unexpected happened. The frames stopped looking like leftovers. The moving parts actually lined up. The sliding mechanism felt surprisingly smooth. Even I caught myself thinking, wait, this might actually work. That's usually the most dangerous thought you can have in a workshop, because hope has a habit of arriving 5 minutes before disaster. My father-in-law wandered back into the garage. He didn't say much, just circled the project, crossed his arms, grunted once. For him, that was practically a technical inspection. He pointed at one section. That'll never stay square. Maybe he was right. Maybe one tiny mistake was still hiding somewhere. Maybe everything would fall apart the second real pressure showed up. Nobody knew, least of all me. Quick favor, if you're secretly rooting for the scrap wood instead of my father-in-law, go ahead and tap the like button. I need evidence that at least somebody believes in this thing before Thanksgiving dinner turns into another family intervention. The garage suddenly became very quiet. Not because anyone was helping, because everyone was waiting for the moment the machine exposed the mistake we'd all missed. The motor came alive, smooth, almost suspiciously smooth. No strange rattles, no dramatic shaking. That somehow made the silence even louder. The first test was all that mattered. If the mechanism drifted, the holes would never be straight. If it flexed, the whole idea was finished. One slow pull. Everyone leaned forward. Nobody breathed. The bit met the wood. No wobble, no wandering, just a clean, perfectly controlled hole. I looked at it once, twice. Even my dad walked over to check if I'd somehow cheated. The second hole landed exactly where it should. The third looked even better. My father-in-law scratched his head. Well, I hate admitting this, but that's actually impressive. That sentence may not sound dramatic. Trust me, coming from him, it deserved its own national holiday. Grandma smiled. Guess we don't have to call the fire department after all. Even my wife laughed. Fine, the car can stay outside for 1 more week. I'll take that as a victory. Turns out, the biggest obstacle was never the scrap wood. It was convincing everyone that impossible ideas sometimes deserve one honest chance. That forgotten pile of leftovers became a homemade drill press nobody expected to respect. And if this video somehow doesn't hit 100 likes, I'm pretty sure my family is holding another meeting to vote on whether my workshop becomes a parking space again.